Charlie, how many college recruiters did you invite?
53.
Yeah.
And here are the faculty assignments.
Great.
Excuse me, Mr. Moore. You have to explain some of these recruiters you've invited.
Such as?
Greenpeace. Greenpeace, that's not a college. Bowling Green's a college. Greenpeace is a whale watching or something.
It's an organization dedicated to saving the planet. I just thought that some of the students...
I'm trying to send kids to college, not out looking for Moby Dick. And look at this. Why, you've invited the armed forces.
Okay, Dr. Samuels, I'm not going to be able to get this done unless you stop interrupting.
Okay, I'm a reasonable man. I'll drop by during your first period and we'll discuss it.
That's another thing, sir. Okay, how can I say this nicely? I would appreciate it if you would not come into my classroom unannounced anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, you just walk in anytime you feel like it, and it's an interruption.
You don't want me in the classroom?
No, it's not that. It's just that...
My kids. You don't want me to see my kids.
It's not a custody battle, Dr. Samuels. I just don't want you to interrupt my teaching the lessons to my students.
Of course, I understand. Don't worry about me, Mr. Moore. Miss Muir, I'll be in my office. Right. And I don't want to be interrupted.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. What's so good about it? My father wants me to go to Columbia, where he went. My mother wants me to go to Caltech, where she went. My Aunt Lurleen wants me to go to cosmetology school. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Beauticians make a nice living. What am I talking about, Mr. Moore? I just can't make a decision.
Well, you just decided not to become a beautician. That's a start. Well, it's college recruiting day. Bunch of people come by, they tell you why they think you'd want to go to their school. I mean, it's nothing to get worked up about.
Oh, don't be naive, Mr. Moore. I mean, we all have good grades, but good grades aren't enough. Yeah. If you make a good impression, they hear about it. If you don't, you're on your way to motel management.
Yeah, right. This is our futures we're talking about here.
Well, I think college is a long way off.
Mr. Moore, on Friday, we have to be poised, confident, articulate, well-groomed.
What are you looking at? Okay, so I'm not Ralph Lauren.
I'm not even Ralph Cramden.
What you're all feeling is normal. Interviews make us all nervous.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Okay, so they make some of us nervous. Alan, what gives you the nerves of steel? You've already chosen your college?
You don't choose Harvard. Harvard chooses you.
And Alan Pinkard is one of the chosen people?
It's a mere formality. I've already selected my major and bought my books. I've also picked out my dorm room. Southeast corner of the quad, 3rd floor, overlooking the business school.
They showed me that room. I didn't like it.
You're going to Harvard, too?
Colleges have been calling me for years.
She's holding out for a sorority house with monkey bars.
Darlene?
Well, the Bryn Mawr recruiter is a business associate of my father's. I'm taking her to lunch at the Four Seasons.
Oh, Darlene, that is the worst.
Not since Andre took over the kitchen.
Why is everybody making such a big deal about this?
Maria, you're not nervous?
Look, you go to some college, you get out. You go to some grad school, you get out. You become a psychologist, you have kids, they hate you, you retire, and you die.
Why is your life flashing before my eyes? I think you're all going to be okay.
I feel faint.
Except Arvin. Eric?
Oh, we're going to Sarah Lawrence.
Simone, I said I would consider going there, that's all.
What are you trying to tell me, Eric?
That I would consider it, okay?
I know you. You're backing out.
Backing out? I haven't even backed in.
Look, I'm sorry I brought it up, okay? All right, when Lyndon Johnson assumed the presidency, we had already established a policy of intervention in Vietnam.
Excuse me, Mr. Moore. Gang, remember, college recruiting day is Friday, first period.
Yeah, they know that.
Those of you who will be attending will be excused from classes.
They know that.
Just keep in mind that what you say, what you wear, and what decisions you make Friday will follow you to your grave.
Yeah, but, excuse me. May we? Do you remember our chat this morning?
Oh, yes, I do, Mr. Moore. And at first, I was crushed. But I said to myself, I'm the principal. This is my school. These are my kids. So in the future, will you please not interrupt my...
Interruptions?
Precisely. Carry on, team.
Girls, I've made a decision. I am definitely going to Caltech.
Great, Arvid.
Or Princeton. No. I'm definitely Caltech. Or Princeton. I mean, Stanford. No. Definitely Columbia.
Arvid, who cares? Guys, listen to this. Students and faculty gather at Dean's residence for conversation and tea. Look at these suits. Who are they kidding? Nobody at MIT dresses like this.
Yeah, just the kids in the brochure, the ones that got accepted.
Come on, Darlene. Okay. Here. Look, there's somebody who dresses just like me.
Read the caption. MIT students in Harvard production of Tobacco Road.
Arvid, you gotta help me dress better. I need help picking out clothes, matching colors, you know, putting together an outfit. Alan, I gotta make a good impression on the MIT recruiter. What do I wear?
How about a car cover with cuffs?
I need advice, not abuse.
I'm sorry. You really want my help?
Yeah, I need... No. What am I gonna be able to do in 4 days anyway?
You? Nothing. But in the hands of Alan Pinkard, Pygmalion Revisited, I accept the challenge.
Yeah?
It'll be like clearing a slum, like turning a garbage fill into a cricket pitch, like
I just want some help picking out a shirt.
You just don't pick out a shirt, you make a statement. Look, we'll go to my tailor, we'll tell him it's an emergency, and remember, no plaids, no prints, and for the love of God, man, no horizontal stripes. What's that scent you're wearing?
That's bean dip.
Dennis, we're talking MIT, not Bozo U.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's not that easy being dull. How do you do it?
Oh.
No. Sorry, I get it. Oh, come on, please.
Eric, I thought we were, kind of serious about each other.
We are. I'm serious.
Well, then why do you want to get away from me?
Well, help me out here. When did I say that?
Well, you don't want to go to Sarah Lawrence. That's where I'm going to be. Ergo, you don't want to be with me.
Oh, hold the ergo right there. Why do I have to be where you want to be? Why can't you be where I want to be?
Where do you want to be?
I don't know. Ergo, what are we talking about?
Sarah Lawrence. It's so beautiful. Once you see the leaves changing color or walk across the lawn, do you understand? A lawn.
Yes, I understand. A lawn. A wide expanse of grass covering field mice and other rodents.
Eric, think about it. Professors in tweed jackets with pipes, canoeing. It's always been my dream.
Simone, if you want to go canoeing with a bunch of old guys with pipes, be my guest. What does that have to do with me?
It's becoming pretty obvious you just want to get away from me.
Look, you want me to talk to the Sarah Lawrence recruiter? I will talk to him, okay? You happy now? Jeez.
Don't slouch.
Okay, if I could have your attention, please. Pay no attention. I was saying, since recruiting is during first period today, and...
Mr. Moore?
Yeah, I know. Just ignore him. Politely, of course. Anyway, as I was saying, since recruiting is during first period, that didn't happen. Obviously, there'll be no history class. So those of you who are not going, it's a free period. And if you are going, once you've finished your interviews, please return here. Then you can use the time as you see fit, okay?
Mr. Moore,
Yeah.
Ms. Mira.
I suppose we can let her in.
I'm glad you noticed us. Your doors were jammed.
No, actually, they were both locked.
Locked.
Listen, Charlie, the recruiters are ready for you all now?
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Good news. Let's go, gang.
Wait a minute. Where's Dennis Blunden? if he's out filling up those water balloons, so help me out.
Oh, my goodness.
It took me 4 straight days, but I turned him into a yuppie. Another day and I'd have had him voting Republican.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, you care to join us in the gym?
Bye. Goodbye.
Come on, Janice. I think the adults would like to talk.
I am just as adult and mature as anyone else.
I'll play jacks with you.
Okay.
I changed my mind. I don't want to talk to this recruiter.
You said you'd keep an open mind about it.
What's the point? I'm not gonna go, ergo, why talk?
Everything you say puts more and more distance between us.
What's going on here? I mean, you keep trying to tell me what to do, and we're not even married yet. Not that I meant that as a proposal or anything.
Well, just what do you mean?
Look, if you want to wear tweed and smoke a pipe at Sarah Lawrence, fine. And if I want to stay a non-smoker and wear black leather, that's what I'm gonna do. And if that means to you that I don't want to be with you, then okay, you win.
Okay. Fine. Have a nice life.
Okay. It's not a deli, you know. You don't have to take a number.
I feel it, Mr. Moore. I'm on the verge of a decision.
Look,
I'm almost on the verge of a decision. I'm on the verge of being on the verge of... Okay.
What's wrong?
I don't know, Mr. Moore. I've completely lost my self-confidence, and I just don't feel... I don't feel like me.
Well, you certainly look presentable.
Yeah. That's it. If there's one thing Dennis Blunden is not, and never will be, it's presentable. Thanks a lot, Mr. Moore.
Incidentally, your tie is on straight.
Oh, thanks.
Excuse me. I'm looking for the Harvard recruiter.
Oh, yes.
Is he here? Maybe I'm early. That's not good, is it?
You're right on time.
Oh, good, because I want to make a good impression on him. You work with him. What's he like?
Actually, I don't work with him.
Oh, I understand. I should have known that a classy gal like you would be dating a Harvard man.
Absolutely. Unless, of course, that Harvard man happens to be a classy gal. Have a seat, Mr. Pinkard.
A Pinkard? No, my name is Blunden, Dennis Blunden.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
How'd it go at Sarah Lawrence?
Great. They love me.
You don't seem too thrilled.
Well, now that I know that Eric just wants me to go away to college, how would you feel?
Well, how do you know that that's what he really wants?
Well, I don't. He's not talking. Maybe you could...
Let's say that you and Eric do stay together and you get married and you have kids and you have these little problems. How are you going to solve these problems when I'm not around?
You're right. I guess I should just forget about him.
She says lotion. Lotion?
Isn't that a beautiful buzzer?
Oh, you like the buzzer. You gotta see what I got in my locker. It's this plastic vomit. It's great.
Where do you see what I'm working on? I'm testing the effects of zero gravity on whoopee cushions.
Mr. Moore, you got a minute?
Actually, I don't, Eric.
Okay, give me a half a minute. I just need your advice on something.
Well, I'll tell you the answer to all your problems. Talk to her.
I gotta hand it to you, Mr. Moore. At first, I hated your idea of inviting the armed services to this thing, but the kids like it a lot.
I've made a decision.
Great.
Congratulations.
I think I just joined the Marines.
You what, Arvid?
No, the Marines have a very fine program. I'll get a good education in field artillery maintenance. I'll get to see the world, and I'm gonna get something I've always dreamed of. Biceps.
Go ahead, Mr. Moore.
Go ahead and what?
Well, you are going to talk him out of it, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No. I've never been against people doing things for their country. Besides, I admire anybody who wants to hike 20 miles with a fully loaded backpack, sleep in mosquito-infested swamps, eat year-old meat out of a can. You have a lot to look forward to.
Year-old meat?
What a disaster. I completely made a fool out of myself. I totally blew it.
No, you didn't. He loved you. He said you'll make a great doctor and you got him to stop smoking.
Really? Great. How'd you do?
Awful. You ever try to talk to someone who just quit smoking?
What happened?
Well, it looks like I can kiss Harvard goodbye. Harvard man, a woman. I mean, I thought he would be... Was she... Well, this is as articulate as I got.
Well, looks like the Cold War is back on.
War! War! No, I don't want to go!
It's okay. I did talk to that recruiting officer from the Marines, and he said that all you agreed to was possibly a second meeting, so you can change your mind.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Moore.
Alan, let's say that you did blow it with Harvard, okay? Is your life over?
Actually not. Thinking about blowing it is a lot worse than actually doing it. Well, anyway, I think Princeton has a better wine cellar.
Well, you did learn something today.
I learned something today. If you're not going to be yourself, at least make sure that you're not Alan.
Okay, well, Eric, Simone, did you two get anything out of this?
No.
Not really. Except for I'm never talking to him again.
You're never talking to him again? Again?
Simone, Eric, outside.
Again?
Again. Now, where were we?
I guess he wants us to settle this ourselves, huh?
So?
So? Listen, Simone, I never said that I want to get away from you. I just think that this is a decision that I gotta make with a clear head. And I can't do what's wrong for me just to make things nice for you. No matter how much I like you.
No, Eric, it's my fault. I should apologize. I realize I've been pushing you to enroll in the same school as I do, and that's selfish. I just can't imagine not seeing you every day.
Listen, Simone, if I'm gonna be a writer, a real New York writer, then I gotta have the streets, you know? I gotta have the energy of the city. I want to go to a college that anybody can afford, where there's all types of people, and you can be a part of what's happening. I want to go to City College. I mean, if it was good enough for Patty Chayefsky and Bernard Malamud and Upton Sinclair, I'm sure it's okay for a jerk like me, even though it may not have canoeing. On the other hand, if you keep looking at me like that, I'm just gonna say to hell with it and go to Sarah Lawrence.
No, you'd hate it. You need the inspiration of a greasy, noisy city, don't you?
Yeah. And you need to be around old paneling and old, musty, out-of-print books. I mean, that's your dream. So go for it.
So what about us?
Simone, college is a long, long way off. You really think we ought to start worrying about that now?
Well, yeah.
Look, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, Sarah Lawrence is only 38 minutes from here by train.
How do you know that?
I timed it.
You did?
Yeah. Come on. You think I'm gonna let you go away someplace where I can't see you anytime I want?
Good thinking.
Thank you.
So, I talked to Duke University and UCLA and Stanford, and I think I've made my decision.
Oh, which one did you choose?
None of them. I'm not going to college. My mom is the one who wanted me to be a psychologist. I want to be a singer.
Come on, Maria, do you really think you can make it as a singer?
Well, let's give her a chance. You know, I mean, you try something, maybe it doesn't work out, so then you try something else.
So you mean it doesn't matter what career choice we make?
Well, no, it's important that you make a choice, but it's not irrevocable. You know, look at me. I mean, I came to New York. I started out as an actor, and now I'm a teacher. I mean, who knows? Paul Gauguin started out to be a banker and became one of the world's greatest painters.
On the other hand, Hitler started out to be a painter.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you.
So he loved Ernie left her. She had no right to boil his rabbit.
Dennis, come on, it's just a movie.
Hey, Fatal Attraction is more than just a movie. Fatal Attraction is a warning to all men. As of this moment on, I am swearing off women.
Good. Only 16 years after they swore off you.
You telling me that movie didn't freak you out?
Well, you know, it got me thinking a little bit. Maybe I should change my social outlook.
Hi.
Oh, gee. Hi.
Hi.
Listen, I've been thinking. I know you've been a little nervous about going out with me, and I understand that. You know, because I have this reputation as being, well, indiscriminate and insincere. But I want you to know, I've been rethinking my life.
Eric, I've been thinking too, and I've been unfair. You've asked me out, and I've always said no because I've been afraid. But I think that underneath the macho front, you're sensitive and caring. And I realize that in here, you'd never do anything to hurt me. So I'm willing to take a chance on Saturday night.
You're asking me out?
You're right, I'm being too forward.
No. Forward's great. Saturday night. This is great.
Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Dennis.
Don't hi me. I'm never talking to another woman again as long as I live. I'm serious. Last night, Eric and I saw the scariest movie of all time.
You saw Surf Nazis Must Die?
No, Nimrod. Fatal Attraction.
I thought it was pretty neat.
Neat? A married guy has an innocent affair with a beautiful blonde, and this blonde not only wants the guy's heart, she wants to cut it out with a butcher knife? I hardly find that neat.
Dennis, grow up. It's only a movie.
Really?
Take our seats, please. You know, I saw a movie last night that was not only a movie. Mate One. You know, it was about the labor wars in the West Virginia coal mines in the 1920s. It's really rare that you see a movie that is both so moving and so historically accurate.
Here we go. How film depicts history.
Right. Well, movie makers do distort history a little to boost the box office, don't they? Think about Cleopatra. Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton. I mean, was this really a little slice of life on the Nile? Since we know that Emiliano Zapata was not the illiterate peasant that the filmmakers portrayed him as being, then we have to ask ourselves, was the movie Viva Zapata truly fair to the history of the Mexican people?
Well, then I have to ask, was the movie Viva Las Vegas truly fair to Elvis?
Okay, we'll answer that tomorrow. And remember, be sure to choose a film with a historical storyline. Be prepared to discuss it in class.
Oh, Little Big Man. It's playing at a revival theater in the village. Oh, come on, you guys. It's perfect. It shows the Indians as heroes and Custer as a total jerk. You want to go?
Don't be ridiculous. It makes a mockery out of manifest destiny.
Jawaharlal?
Well, I can't make it, but thanks. Besides, it's the wrong kind of Indians.
Eric, do you want to see Little Big Man with me tonight?
Tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure. I love that movie. Dustin Hoffman and Feathers, right? All right, what time?
8 o'clock at the Waverly. I'll meet you in front, okay?
All right, great.
Are you crazy? You see Fatal Attraction with me last night, and now you're gonna go out with Maria, Miss Looney Tunes?
I'm not going out with her. I finally got a date with Simone. You think I'm gonna mess that up?
Oh, first it's a movie for a homework assignment. Then it's a candlelit dinner for two. Next thing you know, she's kidnapping your daughter.
Dennis, get a life. I'm going to a movie with a classmate. It's not a date. I'm not gonna kiss her. Why did I kiss her?
You kissed her? What, are you crazy?
What can I tell you? I have heat-seeking lips.
I can't believe this.
Look, I have an image to maintain. They expect it.
On the cheek or on the mouth?
Mouth.
Oh, open or closed?
Open, but it was nothing.
You've had it. Now she's gonna start smiling at you in class, and then it's gonna be, oh, Eric, why don't we do our homework together? And then you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get hit with the 3 R's. Responsibility, regret, and revenge. Well, congratulations, pal. You have just committed suicide.
Hi. I had a really good time last night.
Yeah, it was some movie, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh, I rented the tapes of the other films that we talked about. Little Bighorn, Tonka, They Died with Their Boots On. I thought we could start looking at them today after school.
Today? No. I don't think that today's gonna be good for me.
Well, we could do it tomorrow if you want.
Tomorrow?
Oh, we gotta both over
No.
two
Aaron,
of us.
Are you trying to brush me off?
No.
Good, because I know you wouldn't be that irresponsible.
What if she tells Simone?
What if? It's a sure thing. Count on it.
That could ruin everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Simone means a lot to me. Maria's just... She wouldn't.
Nah, of course not. And the crazy girlfriend in Fatal Attraction didn't show up at the husband's apartment either.
Nah.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm home.
Hi, dear.
Hi, hon. Mwah.
Look who's dropped by. An old school friend.
Hello, Eric.
Maria. Hi.
Oh, why don't you two talk over old times? I'll go check on Erica. Lay out your pajamas.
You kissed me, Eric. Do you think you can get rid of me that easily?
Maria, it was one kiss. It was years ago.
But it's a kiss that will last a lifetime. I love you. Don't you understand?
Maria, you can't love me. I'm happily married.
Well, you should have thought about that before you burned your lips into my soul. I'm yours forever, Eric. Either you tell Simone, or I will.
Look, Maria, I'm not telling her, and neither are you.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I guess I'm gonna have to take more drastic measures. Look, Maria, I saved Eric's leather jacket from high school. Oh, let me touch it. Let me hold it.
Maria? Maria? Maria?
Yes?
Hi.
You just called me.
Yeah, I just want to tell you I'm not gonna be able to watch all those movies with you.
I rented those movies so we could watch them together. You can't just ignore me, Eric. You owe me.
Maybe you're right. Life is imitating the movies.
Just be glad we didn't see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. Movies Make History, Part 2. I assume you all chose a film.
Uh-huh.
One at a time, please. Sarah?
The Halls of Montezuma. Richard Widmark battles the Japanese, played by the Chinese. I thought I'd compare it to Platoon.
Well, you could compare Platoon to the Green Berets. John Wayne shows us how to win the war in Vietnam without losing his toupee. Darlene?
Birth of a Nation. I'm really intrigued how a movie can be considered a classic when the good guys are the Ku Klux Klan.
That's an interesting point. Do we judge a work of art by its politics? Dennis, what do you got?
Oh, they saved Hitler's brain. Nazis on a Greek island flourish under the leadership of Hitler's still living head. I think this warrants discussion.
Alan?
Patton, of course.
Of course. Simone?
Dr. Zhivago.
The Russian Revolution. Is this a realistic portrayal or Siberian soap opera?
Well, I think it's pretty far off historically, but I couldn't resist the way they show the power of love and faith and trust. I guess I'm just kind of into that now.
Maria?
Oh, Eric and I thought that we'd work together and we'd start with Little Big Man and then compare all the films that depicted Custer.
That sounds like a very challenging project.
Somebody's gonna get scalped.
What's the matter, Eric? Lose your Billy Idol button?
And I think he shorted out his hairdryer.
Oh, the new comedy team, Laurel and Heartless.
Simone. She dumped him again.
I knew she'd never really go out with him.
Women. Beasts.
Look, man, I'm in trouble. Maria called my house 5 times last night.
See? Do I know my psychos or do I know my psychos? What'd she say?
I wasn't home. She left messages with my mother, all sounding very urgent. I mean, my mom's used to getting 2 or 3 calls a night, but 5? I mean, I admit it, you're right. She's obsessed with me. Look, man, I gotta tell her to get off my case.
No, you can't do that. We're talking about Maria here. Battery's not included.
What am I gonna do? I gotta talk to somebody. Hey, maybe Mr. Moore can help me.
Hey, wake up, leather boy. Mr. Moore does not want to get involved in your love life. The man's your teacher, not your analyst. I think you have to face the grim reality on this one, Eric. You're all alone in this.
What did you do to this woman?
I kissed her.
You two-bit yuppie Romeos are all alike. I mean, you think you can kiss any woman, any place, and you come running to me, expect me to clean up your mess. I'll tell you something. I don't have time for it, okay? I got problems of my own. You want my advice? Keep your lips to yourself. Get out of here.
But you're the police. You're supposed to help me.
Listen, Buster, sniffing leather is not a crime. Let's look at what you have. You have a beautiful, trusting wife. You have a lovely home. Is that good enough for you? No. You're gonna throw it all away just to prove you're macho, man. Now get out of here. I'm up to my hips in real homicides.
Hi.
Hi.
Eric, I tried reaching you all last night. I have to talk to you. It's important.
Sure. Well, whatever, Maria. After class, okay? Listen, that's it, man. I've had it. I gotta tell Simone before Maria blows the whistle on me.
Good luck, pal. Wish I was going out there with you.
Okay, if we could take our seats, please. And before we begin the reports, Dennis, I believe you owe me a film.
Fatal Attraction.
No, Dennis.
Now, that's an interesting choice. That is, assuming you can make something of it.
I can. The war between the sexes. Thousands of years of conflict summed up in 90 minutes of terror. Guy shows a little attention to a woman, whammo, she tries to destroy his entire life.
Oh, come on, Dennis. That's completely unfair. That woman was justified in being upset. Look, here you have a married man. He takes advantage of a lonely woman, and when things get a little uncomfortable for him, he just throws her away like old garbage. I mean, how do men think they can get away with such blatant disregard of women's feelings anyway?
Yeah. And that gives her the right to break into their house, kidnap their kid, and boil their bunny?
Well, she got her point across, didn't she?
God, I feel sorry for any guy who ever gets involved with you.
And I thought next week for your birthday, I'd throw this big party. We'll invite 50 of our closest friends.
Honey, wait.
Is 50 not enough?
No, it's fine. There's something I have to tell you.
Is something wrong?
Yes, no, I don't know. It was a harmless little...
What?
I hope you'll understand. I kissed Maria.
No. You what? Oh, no!
I'm sorry,
On the cheek or on the mouth?
No.
Open or closed?
Open, but it meant nothing.
You and Maria must have had a fine laugh on me yesterday when she was visiting, and I left you two alone. Wait, do you smell something?
Yes, I thought you were cooking a brisket. Oh my God! She spoiled my leather jacket.
You mean she's in the house?
Mommy, Daddy, help! Erica! She's mine. She's my child. She's not yours.
Maria, what are you doing?
If I can have your lips, at least I can have your baby.
Maria, please, take him. He's not worth it. I don't care anymore. Just don't steal my baby.
It's too late for deals, hun. You haven't heard the last of me. This is just the beginning.
This is insane! All I did was kiss her.
Oh, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
Simone, wait!
Eric, do you mind if I finish my report before you criticize it?
Oh, sure, sorry.
Which may not have been an accurate depiction of any specific event in the Russian Revolution, but it showed the disintegration of the Russian bourgeoisie symbolized by Dr. Zhivago, who I doubt very much looked like Omar Sharif.
Oh, good one.
Very good, Simone. Very good indeed. Eric, you had some problems with this?
No.
Are you having some problems?
I'll say so. He's certainly been acting strange lately.
I've been acting strange lately?
Yes, you've been
acting strange. Mr. Moore, I'm fine, really.
Okay. Call me strange, but I'd like to continue with the class. So, who wants to be next?
Most experts agree that the film In Cold Blood accurately depicted one of the most brutal murders in U.S. history. The blood alone was so...
I thought that you were going to be discussing a cartoon or an American Tale.
Well, I began the report, but then I thought, who really cares about immigrant mice? So I switched to In Cold Blood.
Well, why don't we just pick up there Monday morning, okay?
Bye.
Eric, can we talk?
In a minute, I want to talk to Simone first, okay?
No, it's really important.
Just give me a minute, okay?
No, not okay, Eric. You have to live up to your responsibilities. Don't do something you're gonna regret.
Responsibility and regret, 2 out of 3 R's.
Look, Eric, I want to know what's going on. You've been acting crazy all week and avoiding me.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because you've been hounding me all week.
Hounding you? What, are you crazy?
All right, what about calling my house 5 times last night?
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that Mr. Moore set a deadline for the assignment, and if you weren't going to do it with me, I'd have to get someone else. Who wants to work with someone so paranoid?
I'm paranoid.
He's paranoid.
You're schizo.
Schizo, you're psycho!
Excuse me, I'm faculty. What is going on?
I can sum it up, Mr. Moore. You saw Fatal Attraction?
Yes?
Welcome to the high school version.
Look, I kissed Maria and she's been obsessing on me ever since.
You kissed Maria?
I was gonna tell you, but Glenn Close over here wouldn't give me a chance. It was nothing.
You're not kidding, it was nothing, Eric. I completely forgot about it.
This was after I said I'd go out with you?
It's not a big deal. She was there. She expected it. I didn't want to disappoint her.
Disappoint me? Eric, to tell you the truth, I didn't even want to kiss you. I just kissed you because you look so pathetic. I felt sorry for you.
You kissed Maria just because she was there?
You're a drowning man.
Well, next you'll be telling me you were thinking of me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well...
Eric, the very day I say I'll go out with you, you start cheating on me? You're just not ready yet. No.
Well, Mr. Moore, here's my project. Fatal Attraction, how it divides people. I'll take an A+, thank you very much.
Not so fast. Do you care to put this in a historical context?
Historical?
Context, yeah.
Sure. You got two warring factors.
Thanks. I didn't think so. Look, one of the things that movies do, some of them well, some of them not too well, is show us who we are at a particular point in time. So, Fatal Attraction is not just a thriller. It also reflects our fears about intimacy, AIDS, male-female relationships, perhaps even also a little backlash and anger directed toward the feminist movement.
But I couldn't have said this better myself.
I know.
I can't believe you guys made me out to be some crazy lunatic.
See, one thing that movies really like to do is take the most vivid aspect of a contemporary problem and then manipulate it, in this case, to frighten us. So we all have fun being frightened. Movie makers have fun selling us those tickets. Now, it's good that we pay attention to what the movie's trying to say, but I think it's really important that we not confuse the movie with real life.
I'm sorry, Maria.
It's okay.
False alarm! Well, I think the important thing is we all learned a little something about ourselves.
No. Someone's got to pay for this, Dennis.
Oh, yeah, you see, I knew it. The third R, here it is, revenge.
I think she means reimburse.
Exactly. For the tapes. They're over $16.
Take care of it, Dennis.
Why me?
Because you started this whole thing.
I'm not paying.
I think you'd better.
Because if you don't, I'll boil your bunny.
Mr. Moore, I understand you and the IHP had an interesting lesson today on the topic of movies.
Yes, I was quite successful.
Did you happen to discuss my favorite movie?
Hello, Dolly?
My Dinner with Andre.
Really? You surprised me.
You know what I liked about that movie? It had no story. No heavy plot, no female involvement, just two lonely guys discussing life over dinner.
Yeah, well, maybe we could talk about this some other time.
Well, why not now while it's fresh on our minds? Come on, I'll take you to dinner.
Well, you know, I had some bad popcorn last week.
Come on.
Pay
for it. Come on.
So it is difficult to imagine the shock felt by the British public when King Edward VIII announced his abdication to marry the love of his life, Wallis Simpson.
I've always thought that was the most romantic event in history. A king giving up his throne for a woman.
I wouldn't give a woman my seat on the subway.
Of course you wouldn't. Where would you sleep at night?
Actually, marrying for love is relatively trendy. Until this century, marriage was primarily an economic institution. Parents arranged marriages. Often there was a dowry.
And even in India, the bride might come with a water buffalo, a chicken, and a couple of jackasses.
He just described my sister-in-law's family.
Mr. Moore, are you trying to say that our socio-economic system evolved from the fact that our forefathers didn't believe in foreplay with our foremothers?
I'm saying that their concept of romantic love might have been a little different from ours.
You know, that's right. I asked my grandma if she loved Grandpa, and she said there wasn't a word in her language for love. But there were 9 words for headache.
Thank you, Arvid.
I'd rather die than not have love in my life. As far as I'm concerned, it's the only reason to marry.
Not in India, Simone. Before I came here, a marriage was arranged for me.
Well, it does solve one problem. You might meet somebody nice, with no fuss, no muss, and, well, let's face it, no rejection.
And at least you don't have to go through the hassle of trying to meet new people. Interesting people, right? People we can relate to. Who has time? Who knows where and who knows which people to meet?
Well, but now I'm stuck, Sam.
Look, I know that you're not the world's most social group, but you're not living in a vacuum. There are other people out there, and I'm sure that some of them would like to meet people like you.
Well, tell me about it. One of them came to my door a few weeks ago. She needed a nerd for a scavenger hunt.
Mr. Moore, we have agendas. We can't afford to spend our time trying to meet new people. Although I did get lucky once with Martha Cabot.
You call that lucky?
Now, speaking of Martha Cabot, what about all the people that you meet at your academic competitions? I mean, the science fairs, debates you're in.
Well, we just compete. And then we get on the bus, or they get on the bus, and it's over.
Right. By the time our palms stop sweating, they're gone.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe their palms are sweating too? I mean, this is a marriage made in heaven. Put your sweaty little palms together. Make contact. Look, you have minds. Use them. You have a computer. Use it.
Hang on. You're suggesting a computerized dating service for us?
I love it. Data doofus.
Not a dating service. Merely a means of getting acquainted with other students like yourselves from different high schools. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to do it. Of course, I don't have to be sympathetic to your problem if you're not doing anything to solve.
Well, he's trying to do something. Yo, guys. I see it. This is doable.
Well, come on, find something.
Could we do it on your own time, please?
So you're the new teachers union rep, huh? Let me tell you the way we do things around here, Mr. Moore. The teachers complain to their chapter leader. Too much this, not enough that. Espresso?
No, thank you.
Cappuccino?
No.
Cafe au lait?
No, merci.
Anyway, the chapter leader comes and tells me too much this, not enough that. I say, you're absolutely right. I'll look into it.
Great. Now, what we need now is a new coffee maker for the teacher's lounge.
I'll look into it.
No. I'm just asking you to okay a requisition for a new coffee maker.
What's wrong with the old one?
There is no old one. It's dead.
Okay, you got it.
Thank you. So how long does that take?
Usually takes 6 to 8 weeks.
To get a new coffee maker?
No. Before they start processing the request.
But what about this one? I mean, you got it in a week.
Unfortunately, this was procured with an administrative request, as opposed to yours, which was a faculty request.
How long does a faculty request take?
Don't hold your breath.
Well, that's outrageous.
You're absolutely right. I'll look into it.
Okay, Arvid, we got your likes and dislikes down. Now, in 10 words or less, who are you?
Well, I'm lonely, but outgoing. Shy, yet assertive. Needy, and giving. Unusual looking.
Good.
Though some say I'm handsome.
Arvid, this isn't gonna fly. Let's go with, classy Manhattan intellectual.
Yeah.
Eclectic interests. Discreet, maybe sensual. A little witty. And,
desperate.
Yeah. Girls! Free computer time. Who wants to be the first one to line up for my computer?
No thanks, not interested, Dennis. Whatever life holds in store for me is not on your floppy disk.
Suit yourself. Darlene?
Forget it, Dennis. I don't believe in advertising for love.
I do. Here.
Sarah?
May as well cover all bases.
Okay. Oh, Jawaharlal, I realize you're on the Indian layaway plan. But, are you interested?
Why not? Besides, how can you cheat on a 5-year-old?
Simone.
No, thanks, Dennis. I'm really not good at blind dates.
Come on, Simone. This program is the cutting edge of male-female compatibility. I can guarantee you I'll find you a soulmate.
Hey, if you don't mind, she's already met her soulmate. It's just a question of when it sinks in, right?
Okay, Dennis, what do you need to know?
Need to start with your favorite things. That would be raindrops on roses or whiskers on kittens.
I don't believe this. You won't go out on a date with me, but you're gonna go out with some guy from Bronx Science who eats bananas with his mouth open?
All I'm doing is answering a few questions. What's the big deal?
Okay, that's enough of the all-new dating game. Let's back to the good old game of dates. I like to call it history.
Okay, Dennis, you've had enough time. Give me a name.
Come on, Arvid. You can't rush this kind of thing. Romances aren't made overnight.
Dennis, a guy from Brooklyn Tech called me. He sounds nice. I may even try going out with him. Thanks.
Well, how come she found someone so quickly?
I'm more selective with you, Arvid. I mean, come on. There's not that many girls out there who like Mr. Rogers.
Dennis, I apologize. I was certain this computer thing was just another one of your fiascos. But Muffy Van Pendleton wants to meet me.
Him too. How come everybody's getting fixed up except for me?
Hey, come on, Arvid. I got you a date, remember? Right here. 5'9", blonde, math freak, astronomy buff, chess player, but no, wasn't good enough for you.
It was a guy!
It doesn't mean he was a bad person.
Oh.
Arvid! Oh, Simone! I have found you the perfect match. Look at this. Loves Yates, Mahler, Genet, huh? Not only that, you also both love mung beans and hate biker movies. Could it be more perfect?
Dennis, I changed my mind. I don't think I want to go through with this. I just can't get used to the idea of going out with a stranger.
Simone, deep down, we're all strangers, n'est-ce pas?
I'd like to keep it that way.
Simone, I'm gonna have to ask you to reconsider that.
No, Dennis, that's my final decision.
Well, let me put it this way.
Excuse me, but judging by your description, you must be Dennis Blunden.
That's right.
The name's Oswald Bletch. I'm here to meet Simone Foster.
You what?
Is this timing perfect? This lovely creature right here happens to be Simone.
Simone, hubba, hubba.
Well, now that you two have met, I suggest you get better acquainted. I have to go now.
Dennis!
I have to go. Hi, Eric.
I'm sure you two will be very happy together.
Hey, listen, my mom is waiting in the car, so I'll just run down the vital stats for you. 4.0 average at Bronx Science, astronomy club, debate, poetry club, starter on the ping pong team. 2 years, Arthur Murray, ballroom and disco. Princeton, Yale, and Harvard all want me. How about you?
It was nice meeting you. I hope we meet again someday.
So, how's tonight?
I don't think so.
Hey, Simone, look at this. 2 tickets to the Kabuki Theater.
I don't know.
Simone, these people came all the way from Japan.
I'm having dinner with my family.
Great! I'd love to meet them. I'll sell the Kabuki tickets. Family is important. They should get to know me.
They're very shy. You'd be uncomfortable.
Not to worry, they'll love me.
It's a bad time. We're having family problems.
Lean on me.
We're Dutch. We don't lean.
Okay, Saturday night.
I can't. I'm having surgery.
On Saturday night?
Well, early, but not that early.
Simone, look at me. You're not comfortable with lying, are you?
No.
No. So why lie? You're not doing anything Saturday night, and you're not doing anything tonight.
No, not really.
Great, I'll pick you up at 7. Simone, one of my greatest qualities is that I'm tenacious. Did you see the movie Alien?
Yes.
Remember the creature that stuck to the guy's face and wouldn't get off? Like this?
Yes?
That's me. Right there. All the time. In your face.
I thought I knew you from somewhere.
So I'll see you tonight.
Oswald! Oh.
Morning. Hi, guys. Hey, made contact with Muffy last night. She sounds like a real snob. I think we're gonna hit it off.
So, how's things with Oswald Belch?
That's Bletch, and don't ask.
Oh, you didn't actually go out with the Poindexter, did you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Simone, you went out with him?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, what do you mean you didn't mean to? How do you accidentally go out on a date?
I can't describe him. He showed up at my house with these Kabuki tickets, and he wouldn't leave. I tried to get rid of him. My parents liked him, and next thing you know, we were at the Kabuki. He spent half the night under his chair looking for nasal spray. Afterwards, he dragged me to a coffee shop for a veggie burger, and the next thing you knew, we were at the all-night Lena Wertmiller Film Festival.
Yeah, and that's when you realized that the two of you were perfectly matched, am I right?
Wrong. I hated every minute of it. I couldn't wait to get rid of him.
So, how'd you do it?
I didn't. I agreed to go out with him again tonight. What? It's the only way he'd leave.
I don't believe this. All this time you've been turning me down, now 2 nights in a row you're gonna go out with the lead singer of the Chipmunks?
Eric, I can say no to you. I like you.
Is that supposed to make some kind of sense?
You're strong. You're confident. You can take rejection. But this Oswald, he's a manipulative, devious, annoying creep. He's so pathetic, I feel sorry for him. I guess I just want to let him down easy.
Simone, this is sick. Guys like him you don't let down, you push off.
Look, there are some people who are a little more sensitive about other people's feelings than you are.
Yeah, that's right. You know.
Well, what about her feelings?
Oh, what about my feelings?
Excuse me. I guess I should have anticipated this. Just naive, I guess. My suggestion to have you meet other IHP kids via computer seems to have degenerated into Blundin's dating service. And it's not working. Am I right so far?
Oh, no, Mr. Moore, it's working out great. Simone won't go out on a date with me, but she's gonna date some guy she hates.
I am not dating him.
You're going out with him tonight?
No, I'm not.
You just said you were.
I know, but I've got it all planned. I'm gonna hide at Maria's tonight.
You are?
Okay? Fine.
That's not gonna work.
Sure it'll work. That is a very, very bright idea, Simone.
Excuse me again. Simone, what's the matter with telling this guy that you're not interested?
Simone, you're going about this the coward's way.
I know what I'm doing. As long as I avoid Oswald, I'll be okay.
Hello, you goddess of love. Hi, girls.
Oswald, what are you doing here?
I just couldn't wait till this evening to see you. Besides, this way we can make the African insect exhibit before it closes at 5.
We've got a lot of homework.
Homework, Oswald.
Homework? Homework's no problem. I'll help you do it over root beer and cheese doodles.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? Their kids could have his voice and his looks.
Dr. Sam.
If this is about the teacher's lounge, believe me, I have a lot more important things on my mind at the moment.
I'm sure you do, sir, and I know your faculty does too. So we can just drop those as conversational topics. Let's talk about a simple yet symbolic gesture that only you could make. Just slicing right through that bureaucratic red tape to get us that coffee maker for the teacher's lounge. Your way of saying to your faculty members, hey, I care.
Hey, I don't care.
Mr. Moore? If a girl told you she loved you on Thursday, but that she fell out of love with you on Friday, would you believe her?
Is this about you and Oswald?
Yeah, I can't stand him, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to give someone an honest no for an answer. Believe me, I have received my fair share of fake phone numbers in my time.
I've given him every signal girls give guys to let him know I'm not interested, but he just doesn't get it.
Well, I understand that. I mean, one thing I've learned from my gifted students is they don't always get the message.
I get it. No more Miss Nice Guy. I've got to be brutally frank and just tell him I don't want to see him anymore, and I'm going to do it tonight.
Good.
At dinner.
Good.
After the ballet.
Okay, Alan. I'll agree with you. Aaron Burr had a right to be annoyed with Alexander Hamilton. Not enough to waste him in a duel.
Excuse me.
Don't you have a school of your own to go to?
Well, I'm working on a transfer here to Fillmore, and I'm here to drop off my grades.
Oh, no!
Yeah. It'll be great being in class with you guys. And let me tell you something, you could use the competition.
We could use some bug spray.
And I brought a little something for my heartmate. It's a picture of me for your locker.
Oswald, there's something I need to tell you.
Simone, don't you and Oswald want to step out in the hall?
Oh. No! Oswald, it's over.
What's over?
I fell in love with you.
Of course you did.
But then I fell out of love with you. I want you to know I'll never forget you. Goodbye.
You won't forget me. I'll be sitting right next to you in class.
I haven't been fair to you. See, the truth is, and I don't want this to sound harsh, but I don't like you. I never liked you. I seem to have a problem saying no. It's the only reason I went out with you. When I told you I loved you once, it was a lie just to get rid of you. Now, I want this to be perfectly clear. It's not because of another guy or anything else. I just don't like you.
Maybe we should seek counseling.
Oswald, didn't you hear what I said? It's over.
You realize, of course, this could affect my decision to attend school here.
Oswald, it's a tough break, but I sense you're a real fighter deep down. I know you'll probably find someone else.
I'll get over it.
Sure.
I have superior recuperative powers.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I'll tell you something else. This computer dating is a crock anyway. Dennis, I want my $10 back.
What? Look, Ozzy, I got you the date. I don't guarantee results.
I want it back.
In your dreams.
Did you see the movie Alien? Remember the creature that stuck to the guy's face and wouldn't get off? Like this? That's me. Right there. All the time. Simone, I'm out of your face. And I'm into his.
Wow, what a nerd.
Dennis, you sold me to him for $10?
Personally, Simone, I thought you were worth a lot more. But the market's a little soft right now.
Dennis, that is not the point, and you know it. Now, my suggestion was simply an attempt to expand everybody's social horizons, not to establish a profit-making enterprise. And I'm sorry that it turned out this way.
No, wait a second, Mr. Moore. Wasn't all bad.
Yeah, some of us met some pretty nice people.
Mm-hmm. And just think, Muffy Van Pendleton paid money to meet me. I'm thrilled.
Sorry, Alan. Muffy stopped payment on her check.
I tell you, this machine makes a great cup of coffee every time.
No, thanks. Time to talk about the teachers' union. I have here a list of items we'll be discussing at our next meeting. I thought I'd give you the chance to preview the agenda. Class sizes. Teacher schedules. New coffee maker. Unnecessary faculty meetings. New coffee maker. Administrator rating system. What? Oh, we're going to start rating the administrators, including you.
You gotta be kidding.
No, where was it? Docking of paychecks. New coffee maker. Lunch hour duty.
All right. You win. Take it.
Thank you very much. Incidentally, if you could order about a dozen more of these little cups. Previously on Head of the Class.
I just got off the phone with the committee and with Mr. Kirov in Moscow. We're going! We checking at the hotel, study, dinner, study, and lights out. Tomorrow it's study, 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 right up until the academic meet.
Shh. Place is bugged. Dr. Samuels, you have to give them one free day.
Look at these wires. They play hardball. We play hardball.
Do you know what a nerd is?
Nerd? No.
Who am I, Twele? I'm Alan Pincard. Young Americans for Freedom?
Whatever you believe in, I don't.
Laura? This is definitely not the Russia I saw in National Geographic.
Are you looking forward to meeting the rest of the family?
No, I'm not in any rush.
Good. If you like, I can show you a little bit of Moscow.
Which women are the most beautiful, American or Russian?
Russian women, definitely.
This year's Moscow academic team.
But where are the kids we played against in New York?
Unfortunately, none of them were good enough to make this team.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Черт возьми.
What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
What's going on here? Lunch break is over. Why aren't you studying?
Well, I think it's a case of burnout, sir. They need a rest.
I no longer care what you think. It was your free day that got us into this mess. We're going in up against a super team and we're not ready. Well, no matter what it takes, we're going to get ready. Arvid, the President of the United States.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Park, Lexington, Broadway, 5th.
I have a new idea. Gang, you need a rest.
It's good thinking.
It'll be 3 hours till the bus gets ready to leave for the meet, so I want you to go back to your rooms and relax. Rest, recuperate, regenerate. I'll go to my room and regurgitate.
Is this a lucky break or what?
Oh, you're not kidding. Leave me to that pillow.
Are you crazy? Do you realize what's waiting for us at the Space Museum?
Yeah, trouble. Dennis, we'd never make it back.
Okay, Arvid. You snore while I score. I'll just tell Sonia you couldn't make it. Bye.
I want to thank you for getting me over here. My cousin's coming to pick me up in a few minutes. I'm going to see my whole family.
Oh, that's great, Eric.
Yeah, it's going to be great for my article in Scholastic Digest, too. A day in the life of a Russian family.
Day?
Yeah.
The bus leaves in 3 hours.
Oh, Mr. Moore, I'll be back. Besides, they're not going to need me anyway.
Okay, just be sure that you're here, okay?
I will. I will.
Hey, Arvid, look at this. Lambda 1. That's the one with the dogs on it.
Oh?
They were so cute. Белка and Strelka.
Belka and Strelka?
Those were their names.
Belka and Strelka. That's nice.
I think that it was will call you Белка and Strelka.
Come on.
No, it's good. My little Belka's so shy.
But my big Strelka so cuddly.
Добрый день.
Добрый день.
Вы американка?
Да, я студентка.
Вы говорите по-русски?
No, I'm sorry.
Then I will speak my not so good English, okay?
Okay.
I'm a musician. I'm in Moscow for a concert.
I came to put flowers on Chekhov's grave. We shall find peace. We shall hear the angels. We shall see the sky sparkling with diamonds.
Uncle Vanya.
Right.
Now in Russia. Мы отдохнем, мы услышим ангелов, мы увидим все небо в алмазах.
That's beautiful.
Пожалуйста, дедушка, скажите тост.
Эрик приехал к нам издалека, на землю своих отцов. Я предлагаю выпить за его здоровье и пожелать ему счастья и всего самого-самого дорогого.
Я хочу отремонтировать вашу машину. How'd I do?
Great.
Great? How you doing?
Why don't you tell me what you believe about America?
Okay. Many Russians think that everybody is in debt. There is no culture. Nobody can afford to go to the hospital, but everybody has a gun.
There. See, that is a major misconception about America. Not everyone owns a gun. In fact, there's only one gun.
Really?
For every 4 people.
Sometimes when my pupils understand something, I get a feeling, how do you say it? Money can't buy.
It's a very interesting way for you to put it. I know what you mean. What are you trying to teach them? What do you want them to learn?
I want them to get used to this new openness and to treasure it, so it won't be so easy to take it away from them. And you?
I guess we show up every day. We try to keep them interested. Try to get them to know each other well enough so that they won't even think about going to war.
Yes. Will I see you again?
Yes. Will you come to the meet?
Of course.
Прекрасно.
It's beautiful.
Soviet and American working together in space.
And here we are, just a bunch of ordinary people all together, having a good time, loving each other.
It's easy if people will just try.
You know, I agree with you, Natasha. In fact, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like kissing the first Russian I see.
What are you doing?
Come on, Natasha. Now, I know you work for the KGB, so why don't we just stop playing games here? I don't have a lot of time.
I work for the KGB, so what?
Oh, my God!
So, you're supposed to try to seduce me and then get secrets from me, right?
I work in the KGB cafeteria.
Cafeteria?
Yes, I operate the cash register.
She operates the cash register.
Thanks, Sir, but I can hear.
Он такой дурак, я пошла. На конкурс, а я Арвид. Он такой же. It was nice meeting you. I hope you go back where you came from soon.
Oh, Natasha! Natasha, I was only kidding. Would you come on?
Sonia, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that you do this.
I know, it's not your fault.
Wait, girls. Sonia! Girls! Well, how do we get back?
Are you happy now, Mr. Moore? We're going into the competition with half a team.
Look, Arvid and Dennis are smart kids. They'll find a way to meet us there.
All right, here's the train. Let's go. It's over here.
Right, it's right over here.
All right, come on.
Over here.
Armin, come on! Come on! Let's go, ladies!
All I'm saying is that 2, maybe 3 of our members are missing. We want the right to bring them into the game as soon as they get here.
Нет, нет, нет.
Da. They'll be
Нет.
here in a second.
Нет, нет, нет.
Da.
Stop! Stop! I can't stop it! I can't, I don't know how it works! Wait for me! Wait!
And now it is my pleasure to introduce the moderator of tonight's contest, Mr. Ivan Popov.
Who was the composer of the operas Nabucco, Aida, and Falstaff? America?
Puccini.
No. Soviets?
Verdi.
Correct.
Cops. They're looking at us.
Maybe they speak English.
Yeah. Wait. What? No. They're after us, Arvid. Natasha turned us in.
No!
Yep, I can see it right now. They're gonna send us to Lubyanka prison. Or Siberia. We better split up. Look, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
I love you, buddy.
Me too.
Остановись,
Correct. That's correct.
Is this how it ends? A team going down the tubes and me longing for the sight of Eric and Dennis and Arvid. Oh, Arvid.
Hey, Fatima! Hey, come on! Hey, help me out, guys! Tell him! Hey! Oh, this is just like New York!
I want to thank you for everything. In New York, my family, the New York part of our family, we've got some problems. My mother and father, they don't get along very well. They don't even live together. So it means a lot to me to know that I have a family here. I wish I could take you all back to New York with me. I could use a grandpa and a grandma. I never knew you could love people so much in such a short period of time. I guess that's what a family is.
Мне кажется, что это и есть настоящая семья.
Go ahead, American.
Absalom, Absalom by William Faulkner.
Correct.
Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain.
Correct.
So, how are we doing?
Back, Eric, get in there. Get in there.
Relax.
No. Time out.
The Three-Penny Opera by Bertolt Brecht. Who wrote the music? America?
Kurt Weill.
Correct. Correct.
One more point. We're doing it.
So I guess this is KGB headquarters, huh?
No, this is the academic competition. We have been looking for you. Good luck, Amerikanцы.
Yeah?
Yes.
Да?
Да.
Atomic number is 1 or 2.
Halogen.
The answer is G or DZ.
Correct.
Time out!
London.
Time out!
London, where have you been? What happened?
It's a long story. KGB, police.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, where is Arvid?
I don't know. I lost him. He's out there somewhere.
Hey, help! Help! Stop, please! Help, stop, please! Please! Hey, please stop! Scouts? Scouts! Amerikansky! Eaglesky! I've got to get to my academic meet.
What is the temperature of the center of the sun? America?
10 to 20 million centigrade.
Correct.
Torricelli, 1643. It is impossible to determine both the position and the momentum of a subatomic particle with arbitrarily high accuracy.
Correct.
Boy, I love that kid.
The contest is tied. We will have a short intermission, followed by the tiebreaker. The round contains a question from each team. The first team to win a round wins the match. The United States team will begin the questioning.
Which player hit more home runs than anyone in the history of American professional baseball?
George Gibson. He was first to play in the Negro Leagues in 1930s.
Correct. The Soviet question, please.
Who first succeeded in creating a modern periodic table of the elements?
Yes.
The Russian chemist Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev in 1869.
Correct. Listen, please.
Who was the youngest United States president?
John Fitzgerald Kennedy, age 43.
Soviets, incorrect.
It was Theodore Roosevelt, age 42.
The Soviet team has missed a question. The United States team will win if they answer correctly. Had Soviets.
The Soviet Union launched Lambda 1 in 1960, sending 2 small dogs into space. What were the name of the dogs?
You gotta be kidding.
I know this. Just be cool. Just be cool. The 2 dogs, there were 2 of them. Their names, the first dog's name was Strelka. Strelka was the first dog. And, it's really,
Okay. Thanks, guys. You did it good. Yes. Yeah.
There were 2 dogs. I know this really. Strelka. It's, you got, it sounds like Strelka. It's,
5 seconds. Correct. The United States team wins.
Hello, my friend, come sit by me. We gotta do something about this insanity. We're lost in the darkness, caught up in who's wrong and who is right. Well, it's time we turned on the lights. Take what we know and go a step beyond the lies. It's time we look behind the eyes. Faraway lands, faraway places. It's just an echo from an old closing door. We're touching the hands and finding the faces somehow. There's just no far away
Are you totally furious with me?
Furious? Why?
I tried to get away, but I was just overwhelmed by all this love and family and happiness. It was really the greatest experience of my life.
Good. That is why we came here, isn't it?
Well, yes.
Da. Spasiba.
Yeah, I'm warm, Mom. I'm wearing my sweater. The nice orange one.
Arvid, great news, we're rich.
Not this time, Dennis.
Arvid.
Goodbye, Mom.
It's a science essay competition. We can split a $1,000 scholarship. Come on, I need your help.
No.
No?
No.
Arvid, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me is I'm still bleeding from the last science competition I helped you with. I did all the work and you took all the credit.
Don't you think I've lost a lot of sleep over that? That's why I want your help. This is my chance to make it up to you. Come on, Arvid, I want to do my essay on that Jean-Pierre Roche-Baboob guy.
What?
Right. The French physicist. You know his work on subatomic structure?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want me to do?
All of his work is in French. You took French, right, while I was sleeping through Spanish?
Yeah, well, Dennis, the only French I remember is soup du jour. If you want a French expert, you want Maria.
Maria.
Yeah, well, you probably won't be able to tear her away from Chuck.
Chuck?
Later, baby.
Later, stud muffin.
And I'm talking about you.
You.
New boyfriend?
Shut up.
Shut up. What did I say?
It's what you're about to say, Dennis. And I'm not interested in your opinion about Chuck.
Maria, I'm really hurt. I just wanted to tell you how happy I am to see how happy you are. And to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Morning.
Morning.
Sweater.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it, Dennis. Mr. Moore, is it okay if I'm a little bit late on my paper on Nelson Mandela?
Well, you're already a little bit late.
I know, but I have a chance to do a science project with Dennis. I mean, how often do male science freaks actually beg girls to help them out? I think it's some kind of breakthrough.
Well, just be sure it's not some kind of ripoff. Okay, since we finished our discussion yesterday about World War I, the war to end all wars, today we're going to start talking about World War II, the war to in that theory. But how do we really measure the cost of World War II?
22 million casualties.
And the cost and property damage of more than $3 trillion.
And destruction throughout Africa, Europe, and Asia.
Yes, but I'm talking about the devastation of families, the division of nations. You know, it's not just winners and losers. Humanity suffers. I'm finished now, Alan, yes?
Okay, Mr. Moore, we all know war is hell. But why always emphasize the negative side?
Great. Why don't you give us a few pointers on the upbeat side of war, Alan?
Well, sure. I mean, World War II did give us a number of scientific and technological advances.
Yeah, and a lot of miniseries. So what's your point?
Now, what kind of scientific advances come out of war? Nuclear bombs? Swiss Army knives? Helen, we are facing the annihilation of 3 billion people. Studies show that within...
Hey, Mr. Moore. I got some author stuff here for... class isn't over yet, is it?
No, not quite, Chuck. If you want to spend the last few minutes with us, take a seat.
Cool.
So, Maria. Maria, you were talking about 3 billion people?
That's a lot of people, Mr. Moore.
Hey, don't forget that a war increases the demand for arms and munitions, which reduces unemployment. Maria?
That sounds good too, Alan.
So you agree with me?
Sure, why not? I mean, what do I know about war and icky things like that?
Icky. Icky.
Maria, nuclear war is not icky. Sitting on a pudding pop is icky.
Yeah, he's right, Maria. One time I sat on a pudding pop when I was wearing my white jeans. Lucky for me, it was vanilla.
Kommen true dans une mer de tas d'énergie négative. You know, in French, even physics is beautiful.
So are snails. Just give me the English.
He's saying that the positron was the first antiparticle to be discovered. Dennis, do you realize what we can do with this?
Yeah, make a note of it. Keep going.
Its existence was foreseen by Dirac as a whole in a sea of states of negative energy, and...
And what?
You know, when Larry hit Curly in the face with another salami, I almost died laughing.
Did somebody hit your brain with the salami?
Chuck, hi.
Hey, baby.
Oh, Mr. Wizard.
Still yucking it up over last night, huh?
Oh, it was so special.
Excuse me. Are we talking protons and neutrons or morons?
What are you guys doing here anyway? Just like extra credit work or something?
It's a science.
Oh, no, we were just talking, getting ready to go home.
Well, you know, that's good. Because I gotta tell you, Maria, I think this egghead class here is taking up too much of your time.
Oh, no, it isn't really.
Egghead class?
Well, no offense, pal. But Maria can tell you, I am a laid-back kind of guy. Yeah, now don't get me wrong, school is cool. It passes the time. But when you really think about it, Dennis, life is short. And can we be honest? We are on this planet to party.
I don't think Nietzsche could have said it better.
Who's that?
Just some kid in our biology class.
Oh, look, about our date. Pick me up at swim practice.
Oh, Chucky, I can't tonight.
What?
I have things to do.
Well, what things?
Well, you know, like girly things. I have to iron my hair and paint my nails, and I have to lay out the things for this weekend, you know.
Well, get them done, because this weekend is mine.
I know.
Later, baby. And I'm talking about you.
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 You. You.
Why are you acting dumb for that airhead?
He's a lot smarter than you think he is.
He's not smarter than egg salad. The only reason you're going out with that guy is because he's good looking.
Oh, come on, Dennis. Like you never went out with a girl because she was cute?
No. I've asked, but no, I've never actually.
Excuse me, Mr. Moore. I come as a bearer of glad tidings.
Wow, my favorite kind.
Once again, our IHPers have proven to be winners. The New York City Science Commission has chosen as this year's entry to the National Essay Contest, Reconsidering Roche-Beaubois by Dennis Blunden.
All right!
Maria?
A member of the commission will be here in a few days to present the award at our assembly. Hey, wear a tie.
Around my neck?
Maria, tell him.
Carry on, Mr. Moore.
Well, Dennis, it appears you've done it again.
Dennis, you're a jerk.
Dennis, you left Maria's name off the paper, didn't you?
Hey, I did all the work. All she did was translate a little French.
Oh, right. A little French? I did all the French, Dennis. And I did a lot of the physics.
I knew you were going to do this when I recommended this.
Come on, why is everybody coming down on me? Nobody's even asked me my humanitarian motives.
Okay, you're a great humanitarian. Why did you do this?
I did it for her.
Oh.
Well, she's been going out of her way to try to make that dumb guy think she doesn't have a brain, and I knew that if her name appeared on a science essay, the guy'd go nuts. I did it to save your love life. And I'd do the same for any of you girls here.
Maria, you're not going to sit here and let him do this to you, are you? Come on, Maria, tell him.
Tell him.
Look, Maria, I don't quite know what you're doing here, but I want both you and Dennis to go to Dr. Samuels. Tell him you co-authored the essay and you both want your names on it. Go.
Boy, you try to do the right thing and look at what happens. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy.
Dennis, wait a minute. I don't want my name on that essay.
What?
If it means that much to him, let him have it. It might be the highlight of his life. I guess some of us have our priorities.
No apologies necessary.
So let me ask you another question. Let's say that you were an intelligent woman. You're an intelligent woman, just for argument's sake. Would you purposefully hide your intelligence in order to be with a man who was obviously not as smart as you were?
Charlie, how sweet. Are you asking me on a date?
What?
I'm kidding. Of course I wouldn't hide my intelligence. That'd be outrageous. I mean, this is the 1980s. If a man can't accept a woman for who she is, who needs him?
Right. I wish you could help me explain this to Maria Borges. I'm just not getting through to her.
Listen, Chuck, I was just wondering, what if, oh, I don't know, I sort of entered a science competition, and what if I won?
What are you telling me? You entered some kind of science thing?
No, I'm just saying, what if?
Yeah, look, Maria, I don't know, but I'm getting a little worried here that you have more interest for your schoolwork than you do in the old Chuck dog here.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, well, you say that, but now you're talking about winning some kind of science thing?
I just thought it might be okay. But look, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, that's good, because I'll tell you what, I'm taking a lot of heat from my buddies for dating a brain. Hey. Look, but I tell them, Maria isn't like those other eggheads. She's into normal stuff like the Stooges, and she can't get enough of them Rangers. Am I right? Huh? Oh, which reminds me about this weekend. Friday night, Rangers game. Saturday, raging party. And Sunday, football all day. You got a problem with that, lady?
No, that sounds great.
Excuse us, kids.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Maria, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Later, baby. You.
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 Miss Mira and I wanted to talk with you for a minute.
Okay.
He's your new boyfriend? Chuck?
Yeah.
He's really cute.
I know, it's adorable, huh?
He's really adorable.
I
Miss Mira,
Yeah?
didn't you have something you wanted to say to Maria?
Yes, I did. Maria, don't neglect your studies. But on the other hand, don't neglect Chuck either.
Oh, I know.
Charlie, you didn't tell me she was going with Chuck. I mean, all the girls in the whole school think he's the prize catch. Even if I told Maria to dump him, she wouldn't. He's precious.
Well,
Mr. Moore, I know what you're gonna say.
good, because I don't.
You have to understand, this is more important to me. Chuck is the only real boyfriend I've ever had. With all the cheerleaders running around school, he picks me.
Well, I can understand that.
I know
but-
what you're gonna say. He's not a rocket scientist. You probably can't even spell scientist. But who cares? He cares about me. He likes me. He makes me feel good, and I don't want to do anything to change that. You probably already knew I was gonna say that.
Not exactly.
I know what
but-
you're gonna say. You're gonna say talk to Chuck, right? I already tried talking to Chuck. He already made it clear that he doesn't want a girlfriend that's smarter than he is. So look, I appreciate all your advice. But really, my mind is made up.
Look, as long as you're in a listening mode, I'd like to say something else. I think you're letting Dennis walk all over you. Now, if you're willing to sell out, in this case, just to get somebody to like you, what are you going to give up the next time? I know that it's hard to find somebody you care for who cares for you. But you'll never know how someone truly feels about you if you're pretending to be someone else.
And for those students who saw that graffiti on the third-floor bathroom wall, if you call me, you will definitely not have a good time. And speaking of writing, I now wish to introduce one of the judges from this year's Intercity Science Essay Competition, Dr. Jacob Bartholomew.
Thank you, Dr. Samuels. Babe, can you believe they're making us sit through this presentation?
This year's winner is an outstanding piece of work on the research of the French physicist Jean-Pierre Roche-Beaubois. Made all the more difficult because, first, our student had to translate all of Roche-Beaubois' writings from the original French before starting his analysis. And this brilliant student is your own Dennis Blunden. Mes félicitations, mon jeune ami.
At a moment like this, I'm truly at a loss for words. Saying a mere thank you can't come close to expressing the deep sense of pride and, yeah, I gotta say it, satisfaction I feel for being honored and recognized for all my hard work. I only hope that my translation of Beaubois did justice to his elegant French. But you know, when I think of the lonely hours, finding the insight, finding that special French word.
Yeah, like creep.
I think of other scientists, alone, late at night, staring at the blank page.
Alone?
What's going on here?
She's obviously flipping out. Nurse! Nurse!
Dr. Samuels, Dr. Bartholomew, I have a confession to make.
No, you don't. Sit down, Maria. You're acting like a nut.
I know it might be a little bit late, but I co-wrote that essay with Dennis.
What? Can't you see she's hysterical?
I did all of the translations and most of the analysis.
Blunden, is this true?
Okay, maybe she helped me with a little of the French.
A little bit? Ask him to translate something. How about this, Dennis? Vous êtes un cochon voleur.
Who am I, Toulouse-Lautrec? I am a scientist.
Come on, Dennis, you know it's the truth.
You're a liar, blonde. What does science mean to Dennis? Okay, I admit it. We're partners, all right? Are you happy?
Congratulations, Maria.
Thank you.
All right.
I hope you're not mad at me. I was just so afraid to tell you.
No, come on, Maria. I'm real proud.
Really?
Yeah.
You are?
I mean, how can I be mad at someone who stood up for herself? Now sit down.
Thanks. I mean, I was praying that you'd understand.
Yeah, well, it's different now, you know?
What is?
Well, it's like I keep coming up with all these really great things for us to do on our dates, right? And you've been pretending like you're having fun, but deep down, you think they're dumb. So you must think I'm dumb.
No, I don't. So we're interested in different things. Chuck, I still really like being with you.
Man, I have never gone out with someone like you before. Look, I didn't want to admit to this, but now that everything's out in the open, I gotta tell you, I don't know if I can deal with all this.
You know, I have an idea. I'll go with you to a Three Stooges film, and you can come with me to the UN. It'll be great.
Look, Maria, you can't pretend to be any dumber than you are. And let's face it, I'm not getting any smarter. You know, so I think we should, you know, we can still be friends though, right? Hmm?
Right.
Well, see ya.
Congratulations, Maria. How did it go with Chuck?
He says he wants to be friends.
Huh?
You ever notice when someone says that to you, Mr. Moore? They never speak to you again.
Well, I think you spoke up for yourself very nicely today.
You were right. If Chuck was gonna care about me, he had to know who I was. I guess he would have found out sooner or later, right? But I'm never gonna date again.
Look, Maria, you're very pretty and you're very smart. Now, somebody's bound to show up who appreciates that.
But not a stud muffin like Chuck. Mr. Moore, why is it that the cute ones always seem so dumb?
Well, imagine how George Bush felt when he was looking for a running mate. Listen, would you be willing to let a crumbling remnant of a slightly stale stud muffin buy you some lunch in the cafeteria?
That would be nice. Thank you.
So, what are you doing your science project on, Janice?
Snakes.
I love it, Janice. I tell you, the classics are always the best.
Dennis, you made me tear my blouse on the locker door. It's ruined. You think that's funny?
Well, yeah, come on, Janice. It's kind of funny.
You owe me $180.
Now, Janice, that's not funny.
Dennis, my parents bought me this blouse in Japan. It is pure silk. I want my money.
Get out of here.
This isn't over, Dennis. I'm not some wimpy marshmallow you can just push around.
Yeah.
Like Arvid.
And furthermore, you may be the principal of this high school, but you can't tell me what to do on my free time. My life is my own. Pompous tub of guts. Is he like that all day long?
Well,
I heard that, Miss Merritt. Get in here. I want you to explain these requisition forms to this new art teacher.
Excuse me. Couldn't help but overhear you yelling at Dr. Samuels. I was very impressed.
Thank you. I don't know how you work with that guy.
Well, you don't work with him, you work around him.
It's a long way around.
Yeah. Charlie Moore.
Gilda Minetti.
Haven't seen you before. You're new here?
Yes, matter of fact, I am. I just moved here from D.C.
Oh, Washington. Quite a town.
Yes, it's a fascinating place. But there's too much immorality and deceit there for me.
Yeah. Politicians.
Ex-husband.
Gotta get going.
Me too.
Yeah. Look, how'd you like to have lunch today?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Well, okay, dinner tonight. I know this great little Greek joint just opened. Good food, music, dancing.
I'm really not dating right now.
I'm sorry if you're seeing someone.
No, it's just... Well, why not?
Okay.
Sure.
Good.
I'm staying with relatives until I can find a place of my own.
I'll pick you up about 8.
Fine.
See you then.
Why are you still here?
Tell you the truth, Harold, I'm trolling for guys.
You better be joking. Anybody here hits on my sister, he's dead meat.
Actually, the jury system can be traced back to the 11th century. Now, before that, people were literally tried by torture. If you survived the rack, you were innocent and tall. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Listen, you girls, you both have an art class, right?
Yeah?
I was wondering if you could tell me anything about the new art teacher. You know, hobbies, special interests, favorite flower.
Well, why would you want to know that, Mr. Moore?
To tell the truth, we have a date tonight.
Well, gee, I wouldn't have thought Mr. Feeney was your type.
Who's Mr. Feeney?
The new art teacher.
Then who is Gilda Minetti?
I don't know.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, if it's any help, Mr. Feeney did mention he likes to hunt.
He's late. If he thinks I'm just gonna stand around looking like... How do I look? Never mind. Be nice.
I'm always nice. Besides, how bad of a guy can this be?
Please tell me you have a twin brother who's the principal of a high school.
Charlie, well, you obviously know my brother. Oh. I'm sorry. I should have realized this might be awkward for you.
I'm not sure awkward is quite the right word.
They're beautiful. Harold, water.
same way on dates, you know. You tell yourself, relax, just be yourself. And then I sound to myself like I'm on National Public Radio.
I know what you mean. Sit. I'm much more relaxed talking to 12 men in a jury box than I am to one man in the back of a cab.
I'll say this, you really make criminal law sound fascinating. I wish that you could talk to my first period history class.
Sure. What are they charged with?
They're honor students, and we're studying the American legal system, and you'd make a great guest lecturer.
Okay.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow?
I'll walk you to school. I'll even carry your books.
Gee, you must really like me.
Can't you tell?
Oh, hello. I didn't expect to see you two here at 1:30 in the morning on a school night.
But how can you represent someone that you know is guilty?
Ah, I don't know. As a defense counsel, I am ethically obligated to defend my client and provide him with the best possible defense, no matter what I think about his innocence or guilt. That's for the court to decide. After all, I could be wrong.
Well, what if you were defending Al Capone or Charles Manson or,
Lizzie Borden?
Yeah. Right. I mean, how could you defend murderers like them, people who are definitely guilty?
Well, for one thing, Lizzie Borden was innocent.
She was?
She was tried and acquitted in a court of law.
What about that poem? Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks.
If she were alive today, she could file a $20 million libel suit. You see how easy it is to assume something without proof? That's why we don't try people by opinion. We try them by the facts, by the law.
Well, why don't we thank Ms. Minetti for an enlightening discussion?
Thank you, Charlie. I enjoyed it.
I always thought that the law would be boring, but not the way you talk about it. Are you working on anything interesting now?
I have a murder case pending.
It can wait. I want you to sue that creep over there. He wrecked my blouse.
He wrecked my blouse.
You could take him to small claims court.
Great. Make a run for the border, Blunden.
Oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
I have a question for Miss Minetti. You guys dating or what?
Dating? Yes, I guess we are.
Way to go, Mr. Moore. She sure is a lot cuter than Mr. Feeney, huh?
You okay?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I don't know. You've just been very quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been thinking about something. I've been thinking about us, actually. I really like you, Charlie.
I feel the same way. I mean, I really like you. I like you more than any woman I've met in a long time.
You're terrific. You've got this great sense of humor, and you're intelligent and kind and generous. You're a wonderful guy.
Thanks.
I don't think we should see each other anymore.
What?
I don't think we should see each other anymore.
I got that part. Why?
Because I like you.
So?
Well, every time I start liking somebody, I wind up getting hurt.
Oh, you're the one that gets hurt.
Yeah. And it's already started. You were late, Charlie. 22 minutes. You were late yesterday, too. And this morning when you came to pick me up for school. I know the signals. Next thing you know, you'll stand me up. And then you'll be working late at the office. And then, well, I'll find you in a motel room with an aerobics instructor named Tina.
Are you listening to yourself? I mean, you're totally irrational.
I am not irrational. I am a defense attorney. I think I know the difference between an intelligent discussion and an emotional outburst. You, get back in there.
You want irrational? Huh? You are going to throw away a potentially wonderful relationship because you have hang-ups about your ex-husband and some aerobics instructor.
Well, what about your refusal to take responsibility for your actions?
I know I'm sending mixed messages. You're doing the same thing. Admit it.
Fine. You want a message that is not mixed? Let's just back off for a while.
A while is mixed.
Okay, let's just back off.
Fine, I'll leave.
Great.
Well, great. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, Dennis! See, now you're gonna push Janice too far. You can't hang her Captain Fuzzy Blue. This is her favorite.
Hey, Arvid, this is just a subtle way of getting her to back off.
Don't do it, Dennis.
Mr. Moore, all I'm trying to do is... How do you like that? He didn't stop, he didn't take me aside, no heart-to-heart talk, no nothing. What kind of attitude is that for a teacher?
Excuse me. Is one of you Dennis Blunden?
Him. Dennis! What is it?
A summons. You gotta go to small claims court, kid.
What for?
I don't know. Guess you stiffed somebody.
Hey, I didn't do anything!
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Where did we leave off yesterday?
Oh, we were going to discuss some of the issues that Ms. Minetti brought up.
Well, that was yesterday. Let's discuss something else today, okay? How about the Supreme Court?
You know, what's interesting to me is how justices often abandon their allegiance to the presidents who appointed them.
It's a good point.
Well, according to Ms. Minetti, sometimes...
Well, now, Ms. Minetti was very interesting, but if you want a stable, reliable opinion from somebody without, emotional problems, I'd suggest going to Oliver Wendell Holmes.
She dumped him.
Look, you don't have the facts, and it's none of your business. And you're right, but it has no bearing on this history class.
Don't worry, Mr. Moore. There's plenty of other fish in the sea.
Yeah, that's right. The important thing is to get out of the house and be with people.
Thank you. I really don't want to discuss it, okay?
Oh, come on, Mr. Moore. You're always making us talk about our stuff. You want to go out in the hall?
Okay, if you really must know, I was uncomfortable dating Dr. Samuel's sister.
Oh, that's no reason to stop dating him, Mr. Moore. You remember what you told me when I said I didn't like Simone's parents?
What's wrong with my parents?
We'll talk about that later, Simone. Mr. Moore is having some emotional problems.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Ms. Minetti has the problems. All right, so I was late picking her up a couple of times. My lock stuck.
Now, that's been sticking for a while, hasn't it?
Yes.
Well, why don't you get it fixed?
Mr. Moore, you're repressing. My therapist would say that being late is merely a subconscious expression of your reluctance to make a commitment.
On the other hand, he could just have a cheap lock. You've seen where he lives.
Thanks. That's enough. I'll be fine.
Of course you will, Mr. Moore. And look on the bright side. It's a lot easier to get into a movie theater on a Saturday night when all you need is one seat.
Take it from him.
Thank you both. Thank you all.
Arvid, my court case against Janice is today. I need your help, buddy.
Hey, Dennis, whatever you want. We're best friends.
Listen, I want you to be my main character witness. Now, all you gotta do is tell the judge that you know that I would never do anything to intentionally harm or embarrass another human being. Hey, Giorgio, wanna be my friend?
No. But thanks.
Minetti, guess what? I've got my court date. Courtroom 12C, Judge Ronald P. Osgood, 4 o'clock today.
Oh, good for you.
I have my material evidence, several briefs establishing precedent, and I watched LA Law last night. All I need now is for you to act as my guardian ad litem.
Oh, why don't you ask Mr. Moore?
I can't. I've got him under subpoena. Will you do it?
4 o'clock today? I've got an arraignment after lunch. Sure.
Hot biscuits. Well, see you in court, counselor.
Hi. I'm just here because Harold got some of his paperwork mixed up with mine last night. Be pretty hard to defend a man on armed robbery charges with Larry Finbart's report card. What about you?
I work here.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
If it please the court, may I enter as Exhibit N the receipt of the aforementioned blouse? As you can see, the purchase price was 23,940 yen. How, you may well ask, could a simple lapidor become a lethal
Well,
weapon?
so far, Janice has placed 14 pieces of evidence before the judge. And Dennis has been rereading his index card a lot.
Oh, Mr. Moore. Oh, sorry.
Exhibit O, the official exchange rate of the yen on the date of purchase, $180.
I object.
Sorry.
You can't object. This is small claims court. The only person who can object here is me. And as for you, young lady, I object to the fact that you're taking up so much of the court's time.
Hi.
Very well, Your Honor. If I could beg the court's indulgence for a moment, I will establish prima facie evidence of the defendant's liability.
And stop using Latin.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Charlie, I want to apologize for the way I acted the other night.
It's okay, Gilda. I understand.
You do?
Actually, no. Why the hell did you act like that?
I've been burned before.
Well, you're not the only one who's been burned, you know?
I know, but when you showed up late, it brought back bad memories.
You will find all the evidence you'll need in here, Your Honor. See how scary that is, sir?
You do that again and I'll teach you some Latin. Is that it? Are you finished?
Well, I do have an eyewitness.
Couldn't have called him sooner?
Charlie, from our very first date, I felt like
Plaintiff
we were
calls
getting-
Charles Moore to the stand.
Do that. I do that. And there is no stand.
Are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening. From our first date. I'll tell you, from the moment we met, I thought to myself, look, I can't tell you what I thought to myself.
Mr. Moore.
Yes, but I knew even then that I was going to push things into the truth.
Mr. Charles Moore.
What do you want?
What do I want? Get up here.
Do you swear to tell the truth,
Don't
the whole
do that. I do that too. Mr. Moore, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now you go.
Mr. Moore, would you please describe to the court where you were on the morning of the 14th at approximately 8:44?
I was entering Fillmore High School.
The witness entered said building here while the alleged perpetrator was lurking by my locker here.
So what are you saying? You want to call it quits?
No, I never said that. I would like to make it work.
That's what my ex-husband said.
Well, your ex-husband was a liar. I am telling the truth.
I ask the questions first, then you tell the truth.
Very well.
Now then, did you see the defendant as you entered the building?
Yes, I did.
I told you what he did.
Yes, with the aerobics instructor.
Excuse me. You saw the defendant with an aerobics instructor?
No, Your Honor, with my ex-husband.
Her ex-husband.
Continue.
Well, does that mean you're never going to trust anybody again?
Not unless they're under oath.
That's it. What the hell is going on here?
Your Honor, I move for a mistrial on the grounds that this witness is incapable of giving coherent testimony.
You want to move something? Move your keister up here. Get up here. Did you put rubber snakes in her locker?
Your Honor, I'll always...
Answer the question under oath or under penalty of perjury.
Uh-huh.
Good. You pay her $180.
100?
And you're going to make a good lawyer, but you're not a good lawyer yet. So you go to law school. And you two, you sit there, you try and work things out. Me, I'm going to take a coffee break. Court is in recess.
Congratulations, Janice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Well, why don't you tell me what you want?
I don't know. I just know I'm scared.
I'm scared, too. But I'm not going to let that come between us, whatever our relationship turns out to be. So, I don't know what else I can say. Sooner or later, it comes down to having a little faith.
You still under oath?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's as good as it gets.
Want to have some dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy's one of the biggest slumlords of the city. I mean, you have no idea the conditions under which his tenants live.
Well, they're not my clients, Charlie. He is.
But I don't know why you take this case. I mean, I just don't understand you.
I knew they'd never last. I just knew it.
How dare you presume that my client is guilty? Where do you want to eat tonight?
Luigi's?
Ooh. How dare you presume he's guilty?
Counsel's copping out. Counsel's copping out.
I think they're lasting.